Hey, what's up, guys? I'm out for another trip here, driving through Brevard, North Carolina currently. David's actually right in front of me. We are making our way into Georgia, actually, to the Sarah's Creek area. We're going to stop at the hub here in Brevard and just kind of go over our trip plan a little bit. But I think the plan is to drive into Cashiers, North Carolina, drop down onto the SCAR, the South Carolina Adventure Route, and then take that to the Sarah's Creek area. So should be a good time. We're gonna have really good weather, especially for this time of year in mid-December. Weather's gonna be in like the upper 50s and lower 30s. Trails, I'm not familiar with the area at all. I've done a little bit of research on Onyx, but I think not too technical, but technical enough to be fun. Looking forward to it as always, and it should be a good time. So.
Oh, nice. Actually, it's a very that also includes jumping with the dog and Christopher Rail.
That's what I remember from your son Andreas, the drop-off point offload, just like Earl Ford. We've stopped here in Cashiers for gas. From here, I guess we're gonna use Onyx to jump onto the SCAR and then head to Earls Ford Trail. How far is that from here, do you think?
About to find out. It's definitely the direct route, but why don't we give that a go?
Yeah, it sounds good. I'll just follow you.
Yeah. Turn left on I'll put us there at 1:30.
All right, so after looking at the map there, as you saw, we're gonna drive here out of Cashiers, North Carolina, and jump on the South Carolina Adventure route. I'm not exactly sure how we're getting there. David's kind of navigating on this one. I'm just following him, so I can't give you details, but it's not too far from here. And then we'll take that and hit Earls Ford Trail from there. I think the plan right now is to run that trail today and then hop on Sarah's Creek, which is, they're pretty close to each other, those two trails. Camp on Sarah's Creek somewhere, finish Sarah's Creek tomorrow, and then start heading back towards home. Alongside what I believe is the Chattooga River. Still on the SCAR alternate, but officially I believe this is Highlands Highway.
It's hard to look at the map and drive.
Yeah, we've officially crossed over into Georgia. Which I believe is used to access some of the trails in the Sarah's Creek area. All right, here we are, Earls Ford Road. Alright, officially off pavement, onto gravel. Little information board here. Just stop and take a look at. So this trail is about 3.5 miles out and back. So I don't know much about this trail at all. I do know we're supposed to be crossing the river at some point. And it's supposed to be a pretty lengthy crossing from what David was telling me. All right, so we're here at the water crossing. On the other end there, it's pretty rocky, significant. So we actually both put in 4 low and our lockers on. Camera never does it justice. You can see kind of where we're going that way.
Driver.
Trying to give you guys a better look at kind of the obstacle coming out of the water crossing there. It's pretty significant, yeah. You wouldn't want to do it without a high clearance 4-wheel drive, for sure. That was fun. It looks good from the front. I can't see the back, but
Driver. But yes, and I think once upon a time 50. I think you were on your slider a little bit on that last.
Beautiful.
Little passenger. Yeah, now start coming passenger a little. Straighten up.
Skid plates are getting their work done.
Looking good. I'd come a little passenger. Little passenger. Yeah, now start coming passenger a little. All right, straighten up a little. Straighten up. Slowly now. You got it. Crawl it. Crawl it. You got it. There it is. There it is. You got it.
All right, we finished up with the Earls Ford Trail here. Short little trip, a lot of fun, some fun obstacles there. Definitely not something you want to try at least past the point of the river without high clearance four-wheel drive, but we had fun. So now we're gonna head over to Sarah's Creek, which is not far from here. Start running that trail, and I think the plan is probably look for a campsite. Not necessarily run the entire trail today. We can always finish it tomorrow. It's another out and back trail, so I guess we'll just kind of see how it looks and what our time's looking like. But we've probably got about 2 hours of daylight left as of right now. All right, we've arrived at Sarah's Creek. Lots of campsites here along Sarah's Creek road so far. They're kind of like campground style campsites with picnic tables and fire rings. Good amount of people staying in them, but there's also tons open. They do require a reservation first. They've got like a phone number and website listed. So if we need to use one of those, we can probably just call, kind of make the reservation same day. All right, we've reached the end of the Sarah's Creek Trail. I just turned around, passed a couple of campsites, including one right here. That are dispersed. They don't require reservations. A little more primitive. No fire ring or picnic table or anything like that. So we just looked at that one. We're going to check this one out just a little bit further back down the trail and see which one we want to stay at. Okay, we found our campsite here. Just a little dispersed camping spot towards the end of Sarah's Creek. Got 2 flat spots for the trucks. If we want to use the fire ring down here, we can. We brought some firewood and the chainsaws by the creek. We've also both got the propane fire pits tonight, so we've got options. Okay, we've about got camp set up. We have got camp set up, I guess. We're gonna hang out down here by the fire ring, by the creek. Got a little fire going. It's getting kind of chilly out here. It's supposed to get down to about 35 tonight, and maybe a little bit cooler than that. Which is funny because we were saying earlier how warm it was. It got to like 63 today. We're getting kind of hot.
Warm.
Yeah, now it's feeling more like December. A little close-up view of camp here. David's set up. I don't know enough about all what he's got on here to talk about it, but he's got a nice Jeep, as you can see. One of my favorite things about David's setup is we've got our recycling trash can and our regular trash can. He's running the Jackery Explorer 1500. Both got the same Dometic fridge. I typically keep my Dometic here in the back seat when I'm by myself, when I'm traveling with my family and stuff, which I don't post videos of. That'll go in the back of the truck here. Got two smaller propane tanks this trip instead of one big one, which is really overkill. We didn't know what we're going to be doing as far as fire goes because there was a chance of rain earlier in the week, but it seems like that's gone now. So if we had to, we were going to do propane fires. I've got a lava box I actually bought off David, and he's got a fire pit called the Howler. But it seems like a wood fire is going to be fine for tonight. We might do a propane fire in the morning. And I brought a chainsaw, which we might use tonight for firewood. I don't know. I usually bring that just in case we need to clear something on the trail. My room case, which has got like all my just camping gear. Got another room case back here. It's got all my recovery gear and tools, my jet boil stove system, which probably won't be using tonight. I think we're just gonna cook on the fire. This is just like my food kit. This is a new battery system for me. This is the EcoFlow Delta Max Pro or Plus or something like that. So I'm running my fridge off that. I'll charge pretty much all my electronics with it. Also have a Starlink that we've been using quite a bit lately, which is really nice to have internet in camp. I don't care what you say. I know people like to disconnect, and I do too, but it's also nice to have the option sometimes. So like right now we're listening to music by the fire, which is great. We can just stream music and relax. So we're enjoying camp. It's getting cold quick. Probably gonna make dinner here in about the next hour or so. Other than that, we're just gonna relax. It's been a long day in the cars. We both left our houses about 7:30 this morning. It's about 5:30 now, so gonna enjoy our time in camp.
Like classic Land Rover Defender 90s and do like frame up restorations of them. They drop like 650 horsepower engines in them. And they're the ones that built, remember the James Bond where they had the little Defender 90s?
We're gonna do a little appetizer here. Some jalapeno poppers. Kind of a staple for us in camp recently. We're getting extra bougie and putting some barbecue sauce on these.
Yeah.
Put them back in the tin, just let them cook a little
It's got
bit
the
more
squirt.
evenly.
Why is that not coming out?
I'll just shake it too, it's kind of empty. Oh yeah. That's gonna be amazing.
A little bit of the drizz.
I'd pay good money for that in a restaurant.
You would pay good money.
Yeah.
I don't think beer could make them wonders.
Oh no, especially that beer. That's a good beer. All right, we're doing brats for dinner over the fire. Got all kinds of topics and stuff, but it's starting to rain a little bit, which really caught us off guard because we checked the weather when we got to camp and it said no chance of rain. Seems like it's kind of stops now. We'll see, but we might have to move under the awnings. All right, we're getting a little bit of rain out here, so we decided to move under the awnings.
And we're off.
And we have fire. This thing's pretty sweet. That flame's like legit.
It feels like a real fire flame.
Yeah.
I like that about it.
Based out of Colorado?
Colorado. It's a little shop. Their marketing communications are great. They had a Black Friday sale and sold out of everything with the night.
All right, good morning, guys. We woke up to quite a bit of wind, which after looking at the forecast last night, we kind of knew we would. I had to get up last night and put the awning away because I never tied it down last night. David's toilet tent collapsed. We're getting packed up because it's cold and shit out here, and then we'll figure out what the plan is for the rest of the day. All right, we're close to packed up now. Make a little bit of coffee here before we go breakfast in camp, but we might stop somewhere on the way back. Might stop back at the hub for a post-trip safety meeting. Debrief, yeah, debriefing, there you go. The wind's not as bad as I initially thought when we woke up. I mean, it's super windy, but it's all up in the trees above us going over the ridge, so we'll get a big gust every once in a while. Other than that, not too bad. All right, guys, we're packed up and about to head out about 9 o'clock. I don't think we're gonna do any more exploring on trails today, just because we got such a long drive home. It is cold out, man. It's one of those weird days where a cold front's moving through, and it's only gonna get colder as the day goes on. It's below freezing right now. I'm guessing around 30. The temperature's supposed to keep dropping today, down to about 21 by about 2 o'clock or so. About four or 5 hours of driving ahead of us, so we decided just to call the trip here and get moving and get home. So, man, it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. Definitely be back out in this area soon. As always, thanks for watching.